Do you want to stretch your hips and legs, get a little bit more flexibility through our low body, maybe get some myofascial release through our psoas, the front of our hips? Well, today's class is just for you. Hey friends, I've got a 15-minute aerial yoga class that is really designed to help improve our flexibility. We'll also still be working on a little bit of upper body strength, improving our grip for those of us that are out there, helping to make our aerial practice a little bit bigger and feel a little stronger. The hammock's at about my belly button height for this class. Go ahead, roll out your mat. Let's get started. We're going to actually begin in a little bit more of an active way. We're going to start with our downward facing dog inside the hammock. Now I do have the hammock up to about hip distance when I'm actively pressing down with one hand, or it's about up at my belly button when I've got it open to hip distance. No matter where you're at though, we're going to pull our hammock to our body, lift up into our toes, and from here immediately hinge at the hips. Take your hands to the floor, give weight to the hammock, and then lightly pick up the toes. Immediately take them as wide as you can. Crawl your hands away from your body. Drop the top of your head down. Close the eyes. Take a great big inhale. Big breath out. Another big inhale. Big breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, let that go. Seal the lips together, breathe through the nose. Actively flex your feet. Actively point your toes. Actively flex your feet. Actively point your toes. One more time, flex and pause. Drop your toes a little lower than your hips. That might be a little sensational for some of us. It's okay. If you can drop them lower than the hips, keep them in place, and then slowly drag them towards one another. If our legs are higher than our hips, keep them wide, don't bring them together. Push the heels nice and far away from the body. Take a big inhale. Sway your heels to the right. Inhale, drag them center. Sway your heels to the left. Inhale, come back center, and just sway the feet side to side. That might be a little faster or a little slower than what I'm going. It's okay. Eventually pause for a moment here. Again, if your toes are lower than your hips, bend your knees into your chest. I'm not pushing my feet up. I'm really pulling the knees in. And still actively pushing away from the floor, really reaching my heart as far away from my hands as I can. One more time, straighten the legs. You can point the toes or keep them flexed. Open the legs wide to our great big star shape. Take a full big inhale. Big sigh out. Another big breath. Big sigh out. Slowly bring the toes back down to the floor. Walk your hands and feet together and roll yourself all the way up to standing. Let the blood return to normal. Lift your head a little higher. Take the hammock and just push it away. I do have my hands together right at the center of the loop. If it feels better to have them further open, that's okay too. From here, bend your elbows. Pull the hands back towards the back of your neck. Really tuck the chin into the chest and take an easy sway of your body side to side. Come back to center, pause, bend the knees, slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. Take a moment here and we're going to turn to face away from the hammock. So I have my right hand in, my left hand on my side. All I want us to do is step our right foot forward and start to find a little lunge. I'm pushing my palm down into the silk and lifting my left hand high. Wrap the tummy in, reach the fingertips further away, and start to push the silk as far away from you as you can. Did your shoulder rise up to your ear? Can you soften it down the back? Think about your pinky toe really pressing down into the floor, and I'm trying to almost reach past the hammock. Take a big inhale, flip your left palm, and slowly push yourself all the way up. Again, dive forward, flip the palm, reach it up and overhead, shoulder down the back, tummy pulls in, take a big breath, Push down into the silk and slowly rise back up. One more time, push it away, lift up and over, pause, navel up and in. If you want to, catch the hammock with both hands. Take a full big breath, big sigh out. Now from here, I want you to straighten your front leg. Think about growing long from your right hip through your side body, out your right fingertips. And then I want us to point all 10 toes forward and take our hands and chest with us, finding a wide leg L stretch. Now we can hold here, you can sway side to side. Eventually, pause in your center, bend your elbows like we did, facing the opposite direction, bend the knees and roll yourself all the way up to standing. We'll bring our feet together on the opposite side of the hammock. So now I have my left hand in, my right hand out, and I'm going to step my left foot forward so I'm in that beginning of our little lunge. Take the hand out and away. Push down into the silk. Reach your right hand high, rotate the pinky and grow up an inch taller, and then start to lean over. Can you keep stacking your shoulders? Can you wrap the ribs in? Maybe bend the front knee deeper. Take a big inhale, push down into the hammock, rise back up. Stretch it out and away. Reach the hand up and over, bring it in line with your ear. Big inhale, exhale, push down, rise up. One more time, stretch, lengthen, hold. Again, if we want to, we can catch the hammock at this point. Maybe it feels nice to grow even longer from your right pinky toe through your right side body, out the hand. And then you might start to straighten your front leg, squeezing the inner thighs together, still stacking the shoulders. Take a breath, pivot all 10 toes forward, and take the hands with you. We can hold here. Maybe on this side, it feels good to do a little cat and cow to move through the body. Maybe you want to sway again. Arms can stay straight, or like we did, eventually we will bend the elbows, drop the chin down to the chest. Bend the knees, roll yourself all the way up. We're gonna step right behind our hammock. Open it up and take the right leg inside. Now we wanna flex our foot immediately, and I want your toes pointing straight up to the sky. Flex the feet back towards your kneecap, reach the fingertips up. Rotate the pinkies towards one another, grow an inch taller, take a breath, and find a big twist to your right. My left hand is pressing into the hammock to help give me an extra twist. I look back at my right hand. Unravel, both hands lift high. Flex the palms, push them into the silk, and take a nice big hinge forward. Almost stick out your right booty behind you. Take a full big inhale. Bend your elbows, drop your chin to chest, roll yourself all the way up. From here, bring the knee into the hammock. Slide your hands up as high as you can and gently rock forward. Now I am still using a little of my upper body strength to keep myself upright. I'm not going to give all of my weight to my knee. If you want a little bit of a bigger stretch through our legs, you could start to sink a little bit deeper into it, but again, we're still holding ourselves up just enough. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, pull your inner thighs towards one another. Push the hammock away and bring the opposite leg in. Again, leg is parallel. Toes are kind of pulling up towards your kneecap. Reach the fingertips high, wiggle out the fingers. Take a big inhale and twist to your left. Right hand in front of the hammock, left hand behind you, maybe even look. When you feel ready, reach the hands up, flex the palms, push them out and away, take that nice big hinge. Great big inhale, exhale, forward fold. Roll yourself all the way up to a nice tall standing pose and bring it into your little knee pit. Slide the hands up as high as you can and gently rock your weight forward. Notice, does one side feel different than the other? Think about squeezing the inner thighs towards one another, almost pushing the front knee a little further forward. I'm still activating my tummy muscles. I'm still squeezing at my thigh butt connection point. Great big inhale. Big breath out. Slowly pull yourself up. One more time, kick your left leg out. Let's step our right foot back in. Stretch the fingertips up nice and high. Take a full breath. Again, twist to your right. Left hand in front of both of the silks. If you want to, maybe we take a half bind, bringing our right hand to left hip and pointing our nose back behind us. Take a full big inhale, big breath out. Unravel, reach both hands high. Flex the palms, push away. At first, take that nice big hinge. If this is enough for us today, that's okay. If we'd like to go deeper, roll yourself up, slide your hands a little higher, and just like we did in our lunge, now maybe lean forward into a deeper stretch. If that's feeling too much today, that's okay. Think about pulling your inner thighs towards one another, still as you push the heel further forward. Take a big breath. Use your inner thighs to pull you back upright. Bring it into your knee pit again. Keep your hands right in that same place and lean forward. Navel to spine, head high. Take a big breath. Big sigh out. From here, I want you to almost pull your heel back towards your right sitting bone and come on up to standing. If we want to, we might lean back a little bit from here, dropping your sitting bones to the ground. Your toe can be pointed, flexed, or soft on your right leg, but keep squeezing or biting the fabric. If we want, from here, we can take a big inhale, and you might just pick up your knee and take a little swing forward, and then touch the toe back down. A little swing forward, a little touch of the toe right back down. One more time, a little swing, drop it right back down, pause, stand tall, push it away, kick one foot out, and bring the opposite foot inside. Both hands lift nice and high, wiggle the fingers, take a breath, and twist to your opposite side. For me, that's my left. If you're doing the other side, it's okay. You might look back behind you. You might take your hand to your hip to take a deeper twist. Everybody's different. Both sides can be different. Unravel, both hands lift up nice and high, wiggle the fingers, push the silk away, and hinge. Maybe that feels great just to stay right there. If you want that deeper stretch, roll yourself up, slide your hands up as high as you can, and lean forward. Navel to spine, shoulders down the back, full big inhale, big breath out. And then when you feel ready, use your inner thighs to pull yourself back, bring it to your knee pit, keep the hands in your same place, and lean forward into your lovely floating lunge. Now I'm still squeezing my thigh back connection point. I'm lifting up and out of my waist. I'm reaching my ears to the sky. Take a big inhale, and then start to pull your heel back towards your left sitting bone. Pull yourself up to standing. Maybe on this side, we just want to take the little lean back. That might feel delightful. When and if we want to, big inhale. Exhale, pick up the knee, little swing. Inhale, touch the foot to the floor. Exhale, pick up the knee, little swing. Inhale, touch the foot to the floor. One more time, up. Bring it down, pause, stand tall. Push the hammock out and away. Now we're going to end the same way we started today. Open up your hammock. Touch it to your body. Slide down, rise onto your toes, and start to hinge from the hips. Let your hands touch the floor before you lift up your feet, and immediately take the toes wide. Push the sternum back. Let your head do whatever feels best. Maybe take a little sway of your hips, of your body side to side. Again, if we can, we'll drop our toes a little lower than our hips. We'll flex our heels and bring the feet together. Push the heels back to the wall behind you. Big inhale. A little stretch to the right. Inhale, come back center. Little stretch to the left. Inhale, come back center. And then last little breath, find your star shape. If it feels nice, you might crawl a little bit further forward, starting to sink a little bit more, forgetting about actively pushing away and just letting your arms, your head, your chest melt wherever feels best. In your own time, we'll touch our toes back down to the mat, walk hands and feet together, and roll yourself all the way up to standing. As always, give yourself a pat on the back. Thank yourself for doing something so good and just for you. I certainly hope you enjoyed class, and I cannot wait to see you again.